me touch. You know, if I like you or not, I'll just be like touching. Somehow my hand will just land.
My love language would have to be words of affirmation.
I think mine's acts of service. I like people doing things for me.
Mine is time, is it quality time? Time spent?
Physical touch and words of affirmation. Tell me how great I am to touch me.
Doing things that's more actionable rather than words.
Acts of service. So it's like if I come downstairs and the kitchen is clean and you've done it all, and you've done all the dishes and you've closed all the pantry doors.
Quality time.
Words of affirmation is mine.
You may be thinking you're expressing your affection to the ones you truly loved. But have you ever taken your time to ensure you're communicating in a way your loved ones wants to be loved? They say love sometimes gets lost in translation when two partners speak different love language. However, we all relate to all love language, but we all have that one or two that speak to us the most. Understanding your partner's love language helps create a better understanding.
My name is Dorothy Akali. My love language, I would say quality time, followed by gifts.
My love language, I think it's acts of service. Yeah, I love it when people do things for me. I mean, I want to see you cross the ocean for me. I want to see more of action than words. We are going to be talking about love language today, but actually I am not the propounder of love language. So the scholar that actually came about that, Garry Chapman, who wrote the book, The 5 Love Languages. Let's check out what he has to say on love language.
The simple concept is that each of us has a primary love language. That's the one that really communicates love to us. And if you don't speak your spouse's primary language, they will not feel loved even though you're speaking some of the other languages. So I'm trying to help couples learn how to speak each other's language. And when they do, the whole emotional climate of the marriage.
We have 5 different love languages. We have quality time, words of affirmation, and gifts. We have touch, and we have I'm trying to remember this one that has to do with help, acts of service. Yes, love language varies for different people. Like everybody have their own love language. What works for me might not work for another person because that's not the way they perceive love. So when we get to meet someone new, we try to study them and know what they like, how they like to be approached about certain things.
I remember not giving my contacts to this guy because he didn't give me his space. I know it might sound so childish, but wait, you saw me here, you liked me, and you can't even sacrifice your space for me just for you to, do all what you want to do and then coming back to meeting and say, can I get your contact? I just didn't give him my contact because I felt unloved.
For men. So it's 5, right? Words of affirmation so we can have sex.
Yeah.
Physical touch so it leads to sex. Quality time so then we have sex.
Yeah.
Receiving gifts that I'm giving you so that then you'll give me sex.
Yeah.
Acts of service so I'll impress you so it'll end up in sex.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
For us Nigerians, when people say my love language is gifts or my love language is me receiving gifts from people, people tend to look at you like a gold digger or materialistic kind of person. But it's not true. You can gift me as little as a pen. Because it is a gift, you tagged it as a gift. It's going to be a whole big deal for me. I'm going to be so appreciative of it. And then the touch. When it comes to touch, as little as holding my hand, as little as giving me a peck on the head or something, it does not really need to be that deep. I just like being touchy, and that's it. So our culture just make things look like touch this person. My mom have warned me about this kind of people. So yeah.
For people whose love language is gifts, you just need to know what they want. I mean, you won't gift them based on what you love. You have to gift these people based on what they love. Basically, people whose love language is physical touch, you should know this. If you are not the love of their life, if you are not the person they love, if you are not the person that they want, you should touch them. Don't touch them. It's a no-go area. Like it's danger. So if you are not the one, in as much as they want to be touched, if you are not the love of their life, if you are not the one in which or whom they love, don't you dare touch them. I mean, it pisses them off. It's in as much as they want to be touched. That is how bad they hate it as well. When you are not the person they want to touch them and you're touching them. And some of them don't actually like to be touched. They want to be the one doing the touching and all of that. So people whose love language are words of affirmation, these people self-esteem are usually very fragile and they are usually very delicate and soft people. I mean, people like us that don't give a fuck if words of affirmation used to sound like me for some of us. Their self-esteem usually depends on the people they love or the people that matters to them. So if you happen to be their love partner, you need to constantly remind these people how much you love them and compliment them, because their self-esteem can, fluctuate based on how much you validate them. I mean, they kind of depend on your validation. People whose love language are quality time, these people can hardly survive long distance relationship because often they want to spend time with you. And those whose love language are touch, physical touch, these people also can barely survive long distance relationship. But you see, we that is act of service. If you like me in Canada, all you just need to do is help us achieve what we want to achieve. Help us make our life easier by doing things for us. People whose love language is gifts. You can also be anywhere in the part of the country or anywhere in the world and make these people feel loved.
Invent a new love language. I've not thought of that before. I can't think of any right now. Money. My last relationship, this guy, he's a word of affirmation person. So he'll just wake up one day and call me and he'll be like, "Do you love me? Are you sure you love me? Tell me you love me." And I'm like, "What is it? I already told you I love you. Like, do you get me? You told me you love me. I'm okay with it. I know you love me because my love language is quality. Directly join me with affirmation and all of that." So I think it works differently for people. People that their love language is words of affirmation. You have to constantly remind them that you love them. You're there for them. You will always come true for them. And I don't think I want to be somebody that's words of affirmation. I don't have energy.
For somebody like me, I wouldn't want to do someone whose love language is quality time because I can find it cliche. I'm that kind of partner that I want to spend 3 days in a week with you and 4 days away. I love my alone moments. I love to be alone. I love my privacy. I just love to be alone so many times. If you're my kind of person, it's not going to be a nice combo. I mean,
this guy just got my number and constantly calls me, and then the person does not know how to communicate. I value quality time. You cannot use my time and be telling me things that don't matter. There was this guy I liked. I liked the guy, but then he has issues with communicating. Like, Baba will call me and be like, "I just got to check up on you." And you're talking to me for like 30 seconds and be like, "I just got to check up on you. Okay, bye-bye." Does that make sense? No! Talk to me for 1 hour. Like, I want to talk to you. I like you and I want to talk to you. So if you are not talking to me for that long, just be going. You cannot be intentional men. You know the right way to perceive. That's in a relationship. They will know the way to perceive their lady's love language. If they're intentional enough to know what her love language is, then it will work well.
you just need to understand your partner, and this is not just applicable to only partner as well. Your family, your friends, your parents, your siblings, your neighbors, everybody around you, humans in general, everybody have their love language. So you just need to, know how to communicate with them on the level you guys are. It could be in friendship, relationship, and family base. Yes, it's not always about between couples. So you just need to learn people around you, their love language, and how best you can show them that you love them.